you mentioned trust. So
Mhm.
with personalization, and at least what I'm seeing is that even B2B is not actually truly B2B anymore. It's very personalized B2B, don't
Yeah.
you think? So how do you maintain that B2B efficiency, right? Bringing value and at the same time, right, earning trust and
Yeah.
keeping their level of trust. Where is this again, right? Happy medium.
Yeah. So, first you have to be authentic, right? So you can't be everything to everyone, just like a human being. A business can't be everything to everyone. You have to kind of know where your lane is and stay in that lane. And if you have to evolve, you have to pivot. You have to do so in a way that is true to the brand you've created. You can't pivot too quickly. Um, in terms of your brand and your persona, because then people don't know what's real and what's not. Um,
Hmm.
and once they start doubting you, then it makes the sale even harder. So you have to be consistent. And that is what builds credibility, right? So being consistent, being accurate, telling the truth, knowing when to best put your best forward foot forward, but at the same time, not to spin too much, right? So we all know whenever we hear something that is overinflated, um, that people don't buy, and if you're saying those same things over and over again, and people find one thing not to be true, one thing to be a little bit crossing the line, they're not going to believe anything you say. So it's always important to always be truthful, honest, authentic, credible, and then to listen, to understand what your feedback is, and then follow through, right? Follow through on everything you say you're going to do. Follow through on what you're, whether it's a roadmap, a product roadmap, to a charity that you're going to be giving to ESG. It's always important to follow through, to communicate your follow through. And if you don't do that, if you don't follow through, communicate that as well. So, transparency is important. And in today's age, with digital footprints, digital tracks, um, and with AI, people are going to be able to do more research on you. That research is going to be faster, it's going to be deeper, and they're going to be able to find inconsistencies in what you say and what you do. And once they find that inconsistency, they're going to look elsewhere. So you have to be very careful whenever you push your message out there, especially in today's digital world.
You mentioned research a few times and how much AI is helping. Yes, absolutely. And what used to be what years, months, and days, really, we
Yeah,
at our fingertips in a matter of minutes. All right.
yeah.
So, are we ready for this, Christine? Meaning that how do you think we're adjusting as professional and the industry is even adjusting to the abundance of tools, abundance of opportunities, but at the same time, exactly, some industry are more conservative. They're just not ready for, to believe it, AI suggestion or even, work with the tool. Hmm.
Yeah, I guess it depends on who you're working with. I work with everybody from clients in fintechs, clients in banking, both very different um, tolerance for new technology. Bleeding edge versus very conservative. Um, I think in terms of marketing, if you're not taking advantage of these tools to become more efficient, more effective, your competitors are. Um, so I don't think it matters. I think as long as you test them, you start using them, um, one of your competitors, somebody in your competition is going to be. And you need to stay, at least keep up with them, if not step ahead of them, right? So that's the goal. And that's what adopting new technology does. Um, People who test and test often and, are willing to fail often find that new thing, right? So, you try 5 or 6 different things, one of them is going to work. So if you're not trying 5 different things, your competition who is doing that, they're going to find that next thing and you're going to be catching up. So I don't think it's a option to sit on the sidelines. I think regardless of where you are, whether it's a conservative industry or a bleeding edge industry, you have to be testing out new ways of working, and new ways of ideating and innovating, especially in marketing. You can't stand still in marketing. Imagine if people were doing billboards, still, I mean, people are still doing billboards today, but if that's all you did, you'd be left behind.